too.
One, two, three, four. Welcome, welcome, come on everyone. It's a carnival party and we're gonna have some fun. Step up and try your luck out. You could win a prize. Friends to spend your time with. And Dan the man himself, of course, he's always family friendly. You don't have to fret, he's the hokiest, jokiest cowboy on the internet. Welcome, welcome, come on, take a peek. Join the party where the dad jokes aren't unique. Laughing till crying whenever he's online. He's the funniest, derpiest, corniest, punniest cowboy around. Wild West Dan.
Yeah! Hi, howdy, hey everybody, what is going on? Wild West Dan here. I am a charity streamer here on Twitch. I usually play a lot of Minecraft and some other random things, but today we're going to be doing some electronical work. Ignore all of my fingerprints and the shiny webcam up there. And we're going to be doing some electronics with our Arduino and some LED panels and all kinds of things. And also, very importantly, Phoenix, what do you call a duck that steals? What do you call a duck that steals? Oh, I pushed that early. A rubber duck. Hashtag dad joke. I'm out of practice, y'all. I'm out of practice.
Nailed it.
Hey, speaking of out of practice, let's go to the carnival leaderboard over here and see who got number one for last month. Well, the one stream we did, Monkey Bee got 2 tickets, and no one got any other tickets. Yep. That was it. One stream last month. I'm sorry. Last month got a little crazy. So let's do a little life update with Dan. Hi, that's me. Also, I know I don't have my hat on today because I'm going to be leaning over, and I thought this would be less intrusive. But yeah, there we go. Daily. I was like, it's not ticket. What is it? I should change it to ticket also. My best friend got a liver transplant, and so he has been in the hospital recovering and all kinds of things. It's all great news. But I've just been spending a lot of time in the hospital. For a while, I was actively, spoon feeding him, helping him eat, and all kinds of other things. And he's doing great. He's actually being discharged. Pardon me. In about 40 minutes, he's going to go to rehab. He'll probably be there for about a week, or less or more, give or take. And then he's free to go home finally, which is super, super exciting. So, sorry there hasn't been a lot of streaming lately. There's just been a lot of stuff happening. But we're here today. One of the things I've been doing off stream a whole bunch is working on some Arduino projects. I have 2 projects in particular that I'm working on that are mostly the same. One is for you know what? I think, can I zoom out a little bit on you? Let's see. Oh yeah, you're super zoomed in. Oh, that's a little better. Let's do that. There. Now I can see more stuff. So they're very similar. So here's my breadboard. And let's talk about what we're doing here. You know what? This cover is going to be great for screws. Cool. So, what we're making, and I've already made one, is a display for when you're eligible to donate blood again. Okay, so I've got my handy dandy Minecraft USB, which I was gifted from Minecraft, and PowerTech. So what happens when you plug it in? It's going to go through a quick boot sequence that is completely unnecessary, because by the time it starts the boot sequence, it actually means that it's already working. But I wrote in a boot sequence because I can. So it's going to scan for Wi-Fi. Give it a couple seconds. Takes a second. Okay, so it found the network. I can't do W's. So a lot of talk about network and things. It's very difficult to do. But it did find my guest network, which is what it connects to right now. So today's date is 9/11/25. If you're in the U.S., your next eligible date for donating blood is either the 18th of September, the 6th of November, or the 1st of January. So the reason there are three different ones here, there is, if you donate platelets, you only have to wait 7 days before you can donate platelets again. If you donate whole blood, you have to wait 56 days, about 2 months, before you can donate whole blood. And if you donate double reds, which is double red cells, but you get a whole bunch of the rest of it back, then you have to wait 112 days. So those are the three different things. And then I've been making a, let me find this here, BDC. I have this one. And I'm just going to leave it in this small screen because it's fine. This is basically what I'll have on the front of this box right here is going to be that piece right there. So we're going to cut some holes in this, some square holes. I was in the Gallon Club for a whole blood back in the day. Nice. I just hit my 50th donation, well, 52nd on Tuesday, just recently for platelets. But again, I can do it every 2 weeks, so it's a little easier. Technically, I'm like 5 or 6 gallons now, but again, easier. But I thank you for doing that, Rhino. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is the setup. Now over here, if I quickly go back over here, we've got, no, not that. I've also got the single version. So if I change this from number of screens from 3 to 1 and then re-upload, it also disconnects from the Wi-Fi so that it's not just an open Wi-Fi device with no antivirus security on it. So give it a moment. We're just going to re-upload it. So the other one on the Bloodmobile, we only do whole blood. So I have that one set up to just use the one. I'll show you that here. So this is about to turn off these 2 screens, and they won't be used if you'll wait for it. So similar booting sequence. Scanning for Wi-Fi again. Excuse me. It found the network. I'm going to hack it. Well, you have to do it within the first 60 seconds. So the current day is the 11th of September, 2025. The next day that you are eligible. Hey, Dag. You guys are seeing this small. I apologize, but you get the idea. Is 11/6/25, which is the same. So yeah, it's a simple switch right here to turn that on and off. It basically scans the networks, it finds the network, it attempts to connects. It changes the host name of the thing so it's on the network and people know what it is. I now know what date it is, and then it turns the Wi-Fi connection off and tells you when it's done and says goodnight. I am going to turn the serial monitor to false because I don't need it running all of that stuff all the time. Going to update it back to 3 screens and put it in there. But yeah, the first one just looks like this. with the screen right here. And that one actually already is on the bus hanging out. Do I have a photograph of it? I don't have a photograph of it in place because I'm a dum-dum and I forgot. But here's what it looks like. Duplicate that tab. Looks like that. I didn't cut it great, so I'm going to have to redo the front face of that. But that's what it is. And it's just the USB cable that goes in the side right there. So yeah, so this is going to go back through its booting sequence again. Completely unnecessary booting sequence. It will also, Lego took all your money again. This is taking a lot of my money. It will also go through, and every 2 hours, it will reconnect to the Wi-Fi. It'll basically go through a whole loop again. It'll reconnect to the Wi-Fi, double check what the date is, and then go back through and make sure that it hasn't updated the day, hasn't changed. Because this is pretty much just going to be plugged in all day long and then forget about it. It'll just be on. So every day I need it to change. I might change that to 4 hours because we don't open before 6 or 7 most days. So there's also a little button. This button's not wired, but it is programmed in to pin 2, which I'm going to do in a minute. So what I need to do with this now, the problem is, and you can see it right here in the code, if LED screens equals 1, set the brightness to 15. If LED screens equals 3, set the brightness to 1. And this 3 is just telling you to do all 3 screens. And so this is very dim. And I don't love how dim it is in a bright room full of lights and things. The new Death Star. There's a new one? Oh, all right. Bye, Dag. You're a wizard. This isn't powerful enough to power everything. So what I got, I touched the button. That's my fault. So what I got was, hang on, it's in my mix it up bag, hashtag sponsored, that I got for being in the ambassador program. What I got is this 110 to 5 volt AC to DC power module that will mount here in the box. And that is going to go from AC coming in here. Boop, I'll move it up here. And then the 5 volt out going in there. I'll bend that over a little bit. And that will correct everything I need. So what I want to do is, before I bring this over to my dad's house, because he has a Dremel and stuff, so I can cut out all the holes in the box, and a drill press. All of the things that I don't have here. I might have a Dremel, maybe. So I went to Home Depot, and I got basically a replacement power cable, which is way bigger than I need for this. But it's got the ends here, so I can put the black and white in here. And then from there, they even tinned it for me and everything. How nice of them. Hang on, I'm gonna loosen this up. This actually came with the box, this little strain relief here, so that's nice. So I can keep that on the cable there. So I'm literally just going to wire this all together right now. I brought some crimps. I bought this to use as possibly as a grounding block, maybe, I don't know. And a couple of wire nuts to keep everything together. And then on the button, I need to put a resistance, or put a resistor in, a 10K resistor. So I got some heat shrink tubing. I wasn't sure which size I was going to want more, so I got 2 different sizes of heat shrink. My dad had some heat shrink, and I put it on the other one that's currently in the bus, and it did not shrink. So there's that. I am going to very quickly just trim off the end of this right here. Try to trim off the end of this right here. Oh, crap, I don't know where it went. I tried to catch it. I didn't catch it. Hopefully Milo doesn't find it later, but that's all right. It's probably lead-free. Okay, so let us pop this guy open here. Okay, alternating current. It doesn't matter which one's black and which one's white. Come on. I was looking for like a smaller plug, but then I saw this, basically this extension cord that was just sold as is, as a with bare ends on the other end. I was going to just buy a cheap extension cord, but this was actually cheaper, which was shocking. And it's got the three plugs. It's got the ground plug. Now I need to crimp one of these onto the ground plug. This is something I've never been very good at, so fair warning. Where did I put the crimpers? I might not have brought them in this room. But I gotta crimp the ground onto this here. Yeah, that'll be a little tight, but that'll still work. Hang on, I gotta go find out what I did with my crimpers. I might have left them out there on the island in the kitchen. I did not. Oh, they were under it. They were under this. Yep. Found them. All right. So this is, what size is this? 22 to 16. So I'll do 22 to 18. Ooh, and it's already time for our first target practice of the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary folks of all ages. Let's go. Let's go. So this spade I just got so that when I screw this into the box, that will be on there. So I need I just want to make sure the whole thing's grounded, just in case. And very, very unlikely that something happens. Looks like we got Monkey Bee, Admiral Ender, Rhino. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go, let's go. Bam. Everybody gets a ticket, which means y'all have 2 tickets because you were smart enough to remember exclamation point daily. Good work. Well done. All right, we're going to go back over here. Make that full. I also just had a meeting with our new hospital rep. We got a new hospital rep for Extra Life. I had a Zoom meeting with her today. She seems wonderful. Very excited to hang out with her. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab one of these screws and this plastic guy right here. Hello. Random question. Instead of connected to the internet at the time, why don't you use a mini RTC module? I just figured it would be easier because then I don't have to program in anything about leap years or any problems with anything like that, and it'll just work all the time. It was mostly just to make my life easier. All right. Now, I'm not, obviously, that will be a standoff later. I got this whole kit, which is cool. It's got all kinds of standoffs and screws and washers and nuts, which is great for mounting things into the box. But I just want to make sure that that this is properly grounded before we go too far. And I just want to make sure it's not touching the metal for this little guy right here. And I don't think it is. I think we're okay. I think we're okay there. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, well, I mean, it sits in the hospital. So it'll be fine. It also, in the code, I have the Wi-Fi credentials for the bus Wi-Fi, my hotspot on my phone, the hospital guest Wi-Fi, and my house and my parents' house, because those are the places that I was working on it. So wherever I go, it'll connect to something. And if not, that's okay. Not the end of the world. Oh, hi, JC. Okay, now we've got this here. Let's grab our Arduino out of here without bending any of the pins. I don't have a good way to do this, so I just very, very gently kind of tweak it out with the flathead screwdriver here. Get my finger under there. Perfect. Okay. And I know there's stuff underneath, but not much. So we're okay there. This, by the way, I was just reading about this. There's a little gold piece in here that looks like an hourglass. I don't know if you can see that. Everything's backwards for me. Sorry. Focus. That is, if you want a 3.3 volt only, you can actually cut that, and it'll be 3.3 volts. So this is an Arduino ESP32. Okay, go do the thing again. Do the focus. Focus. There we go. Thank you. This is a happy place. Yeah, we are all happy. I would show. Actually, hold on. If I put this back really quick, JC, I can show you what we're actually doing. See if that's in far enough. Is that gonna work? Is that gonna power everything? Yeah. Okay. JC, this is a display for Boston Children's Hospital to show when you are not quite in far enough. When you are next eligible to it's not going to work. It'll show you the date that you're next eligible to donate platelets, whole blood, or double reds. So once you're there, because you have to wait either 7 days, 56 days, or 112 days before you can donate again. Now, on top of this, I have, just to make my life easier, I was going to create my own custom circuit board and all sorts of stuff, and it turns out I don't want to learn how to do that. So, yeah, I have a smaller version for the bus, JC, that's just the one screen. Turns out I didn't want to learn how to do that, so I cheated, and I bought this little breakout board, which is like $10. And what you do is you take your Arduino and make sure it's right side up. So that's transmit. That is pin 12 and 13. Yep. And you just push the board in here, and now I've got a whole bunch of screw terminals, which makes life way easier. I'm also, actually, I wanted to do this before I put this on. Hold on, we're gonna take that back off again. What we're working on now, JC, is I need more power, because this guy plugged into USB is not powerful enough to power all three of these, because it's only 1 amp, 5 volt 1 amp. So this is 5 volt 3 amp. So it should hopefully have enough power to power this guy, all three of those, at full brightness, which I wasn't able to before. Okay, so I'm gonna grab 2 standoffs. I want to put the standoffs on here before I put the Arduino on, because it's hard to get your fingers in there before that. Oh, I froze for a second. We're back. We're still moving. That's good. I have a package of super tiny itty bitty. Maybe just drop a laptop on the floor. Food for tea. No, the screen that I have up here, which is just USB-C, is occasionally, I have too many USB things plugged into my computer. I have determined, and I need to pare some stuff down. I haven't figured out what yet. So every so often it just flashes off and then comes back. Or what I really should do is just USB extend that screen from the hub that I have on my monitor all the way directly to the computer, which would probably be fine. But that sometimes freezes completely, and then I have to restart my my whole stream and everything. But it didn't do that this time, so we're okay. All right. Anyway, you here, we're gonna get a standoff here. So I put the standoff in from the back, and then I put a washer, and then I put a nut here. And then we're going to tighten that up. Yeah, it's annoying. It's one of the minor issues that I have that doesn't bother me enough. And it only is a problem when I'm streaming. So generally I forget about it until it's stream time, and then I remember, oh yeah, I should have fixed that. But I learned how to program with an Arduino. It was pretty exciting. Pretty happy. Okay. All right, cool. So that's on there. Not going to worry about that for the rest of the day. Well, until I get to my dad's house. My dad has a drill press and actually, we made a template for the router. So we actually cut out these squares with a router in the project box. This is the project box here. And I'm going to get smarter. Instead of this is the lid for the box, and this is the inside of the box. Instead of using the lid to cut all the holes in, because if I do that, then all of these screws that are rattling around in here, which are going to be screwed in from the lid, I would never be able to open it up and run any kind of updates if I need to, or change anything, or check anything. So I'm actually going to put all of the holes that I need to put in what is the back of the box, because I'm covering it fully with a whole piece of paper. And so that's why I got this size. It's way bigger than it needs to be, but it's good because it'll be nicely sized for a full sheet of paper. And no, she's not responded to find out if that's okay or not. Oh, they're getting lunch tomorrow. Sweet. It is blood donor appreciation or blood collector appreciation week or something. I don't know, whatever. So we're getting free lunch tomorrow. Okay, so let me take my screwdriver, flip that over. All right, so I need to connect pins 12, 13, 7. I don't know why the library that I'm using picked 7, 12, and 13 to run the data in, the clock, and the load. And then I also need power. So power is going to come from here. So I need to figure out now, what am I don't know if I need the terminal block. That's one of the things that I'm trying to work out in my brain hole. And I haven't yet decided on that. I do need my... Oh, no, actually, I don't need that. I don't need that right now. You guys can stay wired for a minute. What I do need... Did I put it back in here? I have one of these. So this is, yeah, I did. This is the small jumpers that I got, and they're even longer than I need, but they are 5-pin jumpers. So all I need to do is connect the top one here, in from here, and then I can jump from the out to the in to the out to the in, which is what this is all doing underneath here. Your reflection was showing up. Yeah. But for the first one, I need this. So this is going to have to get powered from here. This is also going to have to get powered from here. It rocks funny when it's got the standoffs on the bottom. And I don't know if it's worth putting a full terminal on here. But I'm also going to have to share grounds. Well, no, I could ground... I could jump from ground from here. So the question is, do I plug this red directly into V positive here and the ground directly into here, and then just get 2 cables to jump to V in and ground on here, which I think is probably what I'm going to end up doing. because then I don't need to worry about that. The rest of these are all grounded. I do still have to get the button. Let's grab a button. Is this the last one? Yeah, that's my third one. I bought 3 of these because I used one, and then I used another one, and then I said, but I want one too. Okay, buttons, 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 buttons. So the button, what that does is it will just basically start the process over. If I look at it and it's not working, it will keep trying over and over and over until till it successfully gets a date. And it knows that, no, I didn't find a date. I'm going to look again. And then it'll be like, no, I didn't find a date. It'll look again. But if you ever look at it and you're like, that date's wrong, because you can do math with your phone, then there's going to be a button mounted to the outside. Just a simple push button. Okay, and I got the red and the green. The red and green. Hi, I can color. The red and the black. And trash. And so you can just push the button on the side of the box, and it'll just start over. But that didn't work earlier, and I'm not sure why. Once I changed from this little tiny button to this bigger button, and I don't know if it's a resistance thing, if it's the cable. I'm not like the gauge of the cable. I'm not really sure. But we'll see. So there's the 10K. And let's pull that out there and that out there. So I do need the 10K. So this goes directly to ground. This goes to the 10K. So I can actually, if I use the ground on this side, there's a ground on both sides. I do the ground directly into here. Yes. A har spoon. Har, 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 har. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Why are you not really? I should just tin this with a soldering iron, but I'm not going to do that. All right, but I do need to solder anyway. So hang on. Let's go get my soldering iron. Move this power supply out of the way for a minute. Put it over here. You didn't know I was going to solder, did you? I didn't either. Thought I was done with that, but I forgot about the button. Don't leave the solder sucker in there when you turn the soldering iron on, because it melts. I think I have one more plug underneath my desk. Please excuse me, I have to go around the other side. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, power that up. I'm going to let that warm up. I'm going to go wet my sponge. I'll be right back. Don't grab the hot end. The one of the memes that always goes around is there's like an advertisement. I don't know if it was for a soldering iron. I think it was for a college, and they're literally like holding like down here like it was a pencil, And they're just like, doo, doo, doo. And everybody's like, that's not how that works. Whoopsie. Okay, so I love the little helping hands. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little shorter here, probably about yay. Throw that away. All right, we're going to hop you in here like so. And then where's my button? You know, it would have been smarter if I didn't attach the Arduino to the button, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Make the two hands go together. I didn't actually twist this guy into a bit yet. Oh, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But I almost forgot something important. It would have been fine, but I almost forgot to put the heat shrink on before. Yeah, I had a worse kit. And then when I left my last job, I didn't get it back. And so when I bought this one, I was like, I'm getting a nice one. How is this? It's sealed. It's sealed. Now it's less sealed. That makes it a little easier to open. What I'm having trouble with is this guy right here. Because apparently Ziploc bags are overcomplicated for me. All right. I think this will work. This is a little on the short side, on the thin side for the gauge that I'm working with, but I think we'll make it work. Oh yeah, that'll be just fine. Okay. And we'll do some target practice while the soldering iron heats up a little bit. Now, we don't have an actual heat gun, so I'm going to have to use my wife's hair dryer, which I hate to do, but it'll work. Should work. Oh, if not, it doesn't matter. I'm going over to my dad's later. He has a heat gun, so. All right. Step one in the soldering is you want to tin your wire. Okay, so what that means is I'm going to take just a little bit of solder and I'm going to put it. Hello, microphone, you're in the way. Hang on, remove the microphone behind. I'll just talk louder. Put a little bit of solder just on the wire itself. And then we're going to accidentally touch the plastic on the cable. That's how you're supposed to do it. You're definitely supposed to do that. Nice little bit right there. GG, nobody, you both missed. Goodness gracious. Can't believe you both missed. Okay, how in the way is the microphone? The microphone is now completely blocking from everything. Okay, so either it's in my way or it's in your way. There is no in between. Don't forget your daily tickets if you haven't done that. Let's see. Okay, that's good to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these guys to just touch each other here. Actually, I'm going to cut off even a little bit more right off of here. Not too much. Just a little bit more. Okay. And then let's... This is the hardest part. It's getting these guys to line up. There we go. That's not bad. And then I touched it and I moved it. Wow. So one ticket, not zero. The first target time. Lost one. That's 1 + 1 - 1, which equals 1, not 0. Did it actually give you 0? That's weird. All right. Give me a second. I can adjust it manually. Can actually see what I'm doing, which would help. There we go. Good. It's not a cold joint. And if it was, I was going to leave it anyway. Okay. Was there anything else that I wanted to solder while I have it?
I mean, I could do the ends of this, but I don't really think it needs it. No, I think I'm okay. That was really all I needed to solder. Okay, so we can find out if this even works, which would be cool, because it didn't work on the other one. So we can turn that off. Let that cool down. I'm just going to leave it there for a minute. I'm also going to cut a little bit more off of this. On the other end. Yeah, don't fall down. Don't fall down. I need a room where there's no cats, so when I work on projects like this, I don't have to worry about things falling on the floor. All right, tiny screwdriver. That's already open in pin 2. So we're just going to jam the end of our resistor right into the slot. And then hope that we don't snap it later. All of this is temporary. Okay, now I need one of you guys to pop off. Okay, now that I can't move the soldering iron because it's hot, I'm running out of space. By the way, this is my glass tabletop that I use so that Lily can jump on the desk and I can still access my keyboard and my mouse below it. Life of the cat. This is how I make it work. Okay, cool. Do this again, nice and gentle. The trick is I would like to not bend all of my pins. Cool. Might as well take all 3 of them off. So as you can see, if you're familiar with how breadboards work, we've got power coming in over here on the far left, and it just jumps over into the first row right here, and then ground comes into the second row, and then 3, 4, and 5 are just data in, CS, and which is load, and clock. And all of those just jump from one side down to the next one, and then from there down to the next one. So it's just in, out, in, out. It's very easy to do. So I'm going to put this guy in here, in the inside, the in space side, not the inside. Oh, and I was going to fix Ender. Hang on. Let me fix Ender before I forget again, because I will. Users. Admiral Eggroll. Man, I remember him. Ender, you have 10,166 watch minutes, in case you're interested. That's 169 hours. Tickets, please. Juan. Oh, who turned numlock off? Juan. There we go. Enter. Done. Okay, tickets are fixed. I had to learn them myself. So I'm jealous. Okay. So that means that data in is yellow.
Run for the hills.
Whoa.
We got a raid.
Just Gav Twitch. Thanks for the raid. Hello, how are ya? Welcome to the stream. My name is Wild West Dan. I'm a charity streamer here, raising money for Boston Children's Hospital, and actually working on a project for Boston Children's Hospital right now. What we're doing is we're making a small display panel that uses 3 of these 8-digit, 7-segment displays, and this Arduino ESP32 and button to let people know when they go donate blood, when they're eligible to donate again. Thank you for the stream. What were you working on? What were you doing? How was your stream? Tell me everything. What do you normally stream? I normally stream Minecraft, but we're doing this today. Okay, so now this power has to go to the power supply, which I moved down there. That's fine. Okay, so let's see. Yellow is data. Green is load, and blue is clock. Which pins are which here? So,
Data in is 11. So hang on, we're going to go put this into 11. You know, maybe I do want to... wait, it's 11? I thought it was 12. It's 11. You're right. You're right, code that I'm staring at. Also, Minecraft streamer, did a bit of terraforming. Nice. Very cool. I hate terraforming. So, power to you. If I ever do it, though, I do it on stream so I can have people hang out with me while I do it. For purely selfish reasons. All right. So, that is data in for pin 11. And then this is, that's ground. Let's not go that way. This is load, which is pin 12. That's 12. Okay, it was pin 7. I figured out how to change one of the pins. So now at least my pins are 11, 12, 13 instead of 11, 7, 13. That's where I got confused. I'm easily confused, so that's not a surprise. This is a very, very simple project for this Arduino. Which could be much, much more complicated, but it's all I need. Okay, and then blue is the last pin, and that is clock, and that is in 13. 13. Yeah, terraforming is terrifying. You're not wrong. It is so tedious. That's one of the reasons I've been having trouble getting back into the Walt Disney World project, because a lot of it is terraforming. Does it sound weird when I'm back here versus when I'm up here? Does this sound the same or does it sound different? How you doing, Katie? Thanks for stopping by. Okay, that's there, that's there. Now, I've got power here. So this is my AC transformer. And I'm not 100% convinced that this isn't just going to blow the entire thing and ruin everything. We'll find out. But, you know, it's, life's a risk. So I got to power this and this into here, but I also have to power this into here. So let me grab one. I saw that coming. Let me figure out a better way to put this so it doesn't fall down on me. That's true. Okay, there we go. That should probably not fall down again. Unlike this, which is trying to fall down again. Stay. Also, it's a little weird that I'm doing this on the glass. I apologize. This glass is here so that when my cat jumps up on my desk, I can still get to my mouse and keyboard. This is my life. How you still hot? I'm not actually touching it. Now I am. Yeah, still a little warm. All right, it's fine. So I would like a small, I'm just going to pull one of these. I really like the orange wires, though, so I'm going to pull a yellow one. Okay. I'm just going to stick both of this and this together into the positive terminal over here. That is a Phillips head, so I gotta flip my screwdriver around, which is super fun to do with one hand. Why do I always do this before MK? There's a name I haven't seen in many, many years. Hello, friend. MK, I don't even know if you remember me. I used to be Monkey DKS before I rebranded. Did a bunch of stuff with, hey, it's Crouton. And then I dropped things on my keyboard. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, and then the ground. I don't have to run the ground in, right? I should run the ground in. I should definitely run the ground in. Hold on. Let me get a different color cable. I don't have to. I don't know. I don't know if I have to. I think I have to. I will weirdly, confusingly use red. No, I'm not going to use red. These are color-coded by, you know, I will use red, but I'm going to switch. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to switch the other one to red. So the positives are both red. And I'll do the ground in yellow, which mostly makes sense. Let's do that. Terror. I think you are. I think you are definitely terraforming. Why'd that not go? Oh, because it was the wrong button. That's the button. All right, so black and yellow is ground, in case anybody's curious.
Nailed it.
Totally nailed it. I'm also singing Happily Ever After from Walt Disney World in my head while I'm doing this, so sorry. Okay, that's good there. We'll do a red with a red. Drop more things on my keyboard. Okay. So, flip this back to flathead. Undo this ground, because I'll keep all the grounds together. Take that ground and this ground. Push you guys into here. So I've never used an AC to DC transformer before. So it's possible. We're all about to see some sparks. But in the off chance that we don't, yay. Okay. V. So this is V in over here. All right, so now to double check, I'm powering the three of these through here, through the red and the black. So those are, hang on, my button's in the way. Get out of the mess button. Go over there for a second. Okay. So I've got the red and the black going into here, red and black. I've got the red coming in here. I've got the black, which is now yellow, going in here. And I've got the button with the 10K resistor going into there. Make sure they're extra grounded. I just dropped something on the floor, which makes me nervous because cats. And I don't know what it was. I don't see it. Okay, well, we'll just hope that it's okay for now. All right. I would like a power strip with a switch so I can turn this off if it does explode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary folks of all ages, it's time for some target practice. If you too would like a chance to win a ticket to our end of the month carnival prize, all you gotta do, type !target in the chat. You gotta do it right now. Crap, I don't have any plugs left there anymore. I can plug this in under my desk again. I'm gonna walk around under my desk again. Hopefully without knocking everything off my desk. This is not a good place to plug that in. Dang. Plan B. GG Monkey B. Okay, hang on. Now I've got an extension cord and a power strip. I'm making a mess. I need like an actual workshop. But while I was under there, I did unplug. The problem is it's a 90-degree plug, so it did not fit well in that power strip that I have there. I did unplug the soldering iron, so at least that's done. Okay. So, on, off. Okay, so we're going to plug this in here. And then before I do anything else, let's connect... You know what? Let's not connect the other two. If worst comes to worst here, I gotta take a break soon. Monkey B, can you snooze that? You just walked away. You can't snooze that. Hang on, I'm gonna snooze that for at least once, at least for 5 minutes. Yeah. So if I plug this in and I blow the Arduino and one of the screens, at least I won't blow all three of the screens. But let's hope for the best. Let's hope for not blowing anything. All right. That's convenient. Okay. If anyone sees any smoke, all right, nothing. There's no lights. That's lit up. What about that? Okay. Well, that didn't work. Let's try the USB again, see if I blew it. That seems to work. That's not working. Does it know that that's connected in there? Oh, that wouldn't work because there's no power on that. What if I did both? That is LEDs. So that, I mean, there's power because we've got the LED on here, which by the way is labeled LED on it. There is no documentation for this power supply. So I was just kind of making it up as I go, but that's not working. If I do plug this in, I just want to see if the monitor starts working. Serial port for it not found. Right. I turned off the serial port on that. So that wouldn't work anyway. Dang it. Well, I'm not sure. I mean, that's V in. And that's definitely ground. I can move it to the other ground. Maybe that actually makes a difference. There's two grounds on the Arduino board. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to take the button out of the system because the button doesn't need to be part of the system yet. I'll uncomplicate it slightly. What I can do is this into here. Like I said, Monkey Bee, all I've ever done so far for power is just use the onboard from the USB. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I am making it up as you watch. Okay. Let's try that. Power. No power. Power. No power. No power. No power. No power. No power. No power. I know it shouldn't. It really shouldn't matter. I just didn't know if the Arduino cared that when you connect it to positive, you had to also connect the negative. Like right next to it. Like had to be that one. I don't know. I know. You have no place to jump up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dang it. All right. MK, it was great to see you. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's really good to see you again. MK, by the way, is the only person who's ever done fan art for me. It's true. Toffee! No, I haven't seen any. I haven't made a smoke machine yet. Not yet. Yep, but I don't. All right, so what I could do is I could uncomplicate it a little. If I take all this out. If I just remove the screen from the equation, simplify it to just positive into the Arduino. Wait, which fan art did you do? MK did fan art of our D&D game, our D&D characters, many, many years ago. Okay, power. No Arduino. You're about to smooch that alien bird. I was. It's true. Later, friend. Good to see you. Well, why not? All right, we're going to do a quick ad anyway. Oh, the Monkey Minds logo. That's true. That wasn't me specifically. It's never invisible. We're going to do a quick ad. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
One, two, three, four. Welcome, welcome, come on everyone. It's a carnival party and we're gonna have some fun. Step up and try your luck out. You could win a prize. Friends to spend your time with. And Dan the man himself, of course, he's always family friendly. You don't have to fret. He's the hokiest, jokiest cowboy on the internet. Welcome, welcome, come on, take a peek. Join the party where the dad jokes aren't unique. Laughing till crying whenever he's online. He's the funniest, derpiest, corniest, punniest cowboy around. Wild West Dan.
Okay, I think I figured out what we did wrong. I'm going to say we. It's better that way. First of all, Toffee. I'm sorry about Toffee. I hope he gets better. And yes, it doesn't matter how much it costs. The vet's worth it. Milo, who you know had heart disease for many years and now doesn't because he never had heart disease, cost a ton of money. Thank goodness for pet insurance. But then when we found out he didn't have heart disease, we did find out he had cancer. So then they had to remove a kidney. And that was also quite expensive. So good news, no heart disease. Bad news, he had cancer and it'll probably come back. Which is a shame. Again, talking about a cat. So yeah, so that's better. Oh no, he still has pica. Yeah, he still has pica. That's a mental thing, not a physical thing. In other news about this thing down here, this is a 120 volt to 5 volt 3 amp, and apparently the Arduino would like somewhere between 6 and 12, but preferably less than 12. So I think that's probably why it's not starting right now, which is a shame. So hold on, I got to double check my LEDs here because I believe they were 5 volt. Yeah, they're 5 volt. Is there an amp issue? Just says 5 volts. Where is that? 76. 75, depending on where you look. All right, we got Monkey Bee, Rhino, Toffee, and TechWiz. Your profile picture didn't come through. I'm not sure why, but here we go. Let's go. Oh, GG, Monkey Bee, Toffee, and TechWiz. Sorry, Rhino. Can't win them all. Okay, so I mean that's fine for now. So what I can do is the very simple adaptation of get rid of that, get rid of that. Don't use the power supply for now. I can still go over my dad's and prep the rest of the system. I just need to put this back into the 5 volt out, which is there. So I got 5 volt over here. I have to actually loosen it first. Right, that is 5 volt, right? One down. Oh. Oh, I might have ruined the Arduino. The Arduino's an upside down, y'all. When I put it back in, I didn't double check like I should have. I wonder if I burned it out. All right, hold on. We'll try that again then. Because, you know, why not? Let's see. That's the problem with the breakout board. But also, it might not be enough power. Let's see. All right. No button connected. No power. No power to this. Ah. Okay. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Now let's see. Maybe I didn't completely screw it up. It's easy. It's symmetrical. Getting it upside down is simple. All right, ground. Also, I'm an idiot. No, not the electrons. Toffee, it's nice to see you. I don't see you enough, my friend. I mean, I don't stream enough either, so there's that. Oh, darn, my wife's eating outside, which means all my cameras are going to go crazy for the next half hour. And we're not doing boring vanilla Minecraft, so you can actually be interested in this. All right, chances of this working are slim. Ooh, but not impossible. Okay, so that's working. I just have one of these wires backwards. Hang on, let me double check my wiring. D in, data in should be, where are my pins? I scrolled down. That's why I can't see my pins. Should be 11. Yellow is 11. Green is CS/load is 12. Okay, so the pins are right. Did I make it do a boo-boo? Let's just try the other one real quick. You've been duping on Bedrock. That's cool. Playing with your nephew. That's the way life should be. All right. So, as far as I know, I'm doing all that right. Is that still... Oh, hang on. I did put it back on 7. Because every time I try to change it to 12, it doesn't work. But then in the comment, I noted that it was 12 because I had changed it. But when I changed it back to 7 again... So for some reason, this library uses pin 7... 11, 7, and 13. And so I tried moving it to 12, and no matter what I do, every time I move it, it doesn't work. So I tried to move it the other day, and I did change it in the code and in the comment. But then when I changed it back because it didn't work, I didn't change back the comment. So that's fine. That's not going to break anything. That's just data. As long as I don't swap the positive and negative on the power, then we're okay. Why are you not going in? Get in there. Thank you. Okay. Try it again. Three hoppers, 2 pistons, and a touch of redstone. That's cool. Okay. So, everything's fine when you have it correct way up. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy and we're going to plug it into here. And then we're going to take this one. We're going to plug it into here. Then we're going to take this one. I'm going to plug it into here. Make sure red's on red. I'm trying to leave it on red, okay? Okay, cool. So now those are in that order. I only have another one of these hands. Come here. Come here. Yeah, that's not going to work. We're just going to hold it. Let's see what happens. Blinkety blink blink. Okay, it's not happy about something. Or do I have it as the wrong one? No, that's the right one. All right, what if I undo this? Does that change anything? Restart. Oh, you saw one of my error messages that said no date, which means it connected, but it didn't get the date. Okay. So 2 works. Why didn't 3 work? Or did I actually have something upside down? Those definitely match. Unless there's something wrong with that ribbon cable, which I guess is technically possible. All right, let's try a different ribbon cable here just to see. I doubt that's the problem, but it is possible. Red to red. Yeah, it really doesn't like all 3 for some reason. And it is possible that I did blow out one of these screens. So let's see if this one works. I think I might have blown out a screen. I think that's what happened. When I was playing with stuff earlier and I had things backwards, I wonder if I caused some damage. Nope, screen works. The screen technically works. Come here. So that's the red. Yeah, these specifically say don't reverse it, it'll burn the chip. Okay. I don't know why we're not connected to the Wi-Fi, but that's a problem for later. I have another Arduino I could try too if I did do something to that. No. So why is it not working? Some things are working, some things are not working. No date. It's really not connected to the Wi-Fi. Very, very strange. So the problem I had at first was when I had, was not electronics. What was it? I had the 3 of these connected straight to the Arduino, which was powered from the USB-C. And if I had the brightness turned all the way up, it would be, this one would work, this one would kind of work, the third one would be super garbled. Like nothing was working at all. The structural soldering, yeah, that works too. But if I did, if I turned the brightness all the way down, all 3 of them would work. So, because this only spits out 5 volt 1 amp. So I got this one, which spits out 5 volt 3 amp. And I was hoping that would work. But it doesn't seem to be working, does it? I don't have an idea. I don't know if I know enough about the parts. Like, there's nothing really on the page. There's the screens. If anybody sees anything that I'm doing wrong. But it doesn't really give you a lot of information about the electrical on it. Yeah, you have to go past it. I just ignored that. And then I run some... And I know you're waiting on me. I'm busy. So yeah, I am not sure. Well, at the very least, I can go make the box, and I can get these guys installed, and I can run it off the Arduino by itself, without the external power supply. Yeah, Chrome doesn't like it. Run each of them directly, you mean? Instead of in series? It's slightly harder to do, not impossible. What I want to do is move that down. Actually, I'll reverse it. It'll be weird, but that's okay. Reverse that, and then take this one, reverse it, and only plug it into the last 3. Okay, so that leaves 2 pins open. Do I have... Alright, so it's going to be black for ground, white for positive. There you go. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Oh, monkey, we lost one. GG everybody else. Toffee and TechWiz both got one. Hey, TechWiz. Okay. So, I'm going to try and get these guys in here with that. Where's my screwdriver? There it is. That's going to be white. Can I just stuff this in here with you guys? Thanks. And if I have to, I did get a terminal block that I could do this much easier. Okay. Now what happens? For reference, this one's backwards. Or upside down right now. Nope. Nope, no luck there. I have no idea how to fix that, Monkey Bee. So that's a note we're going to ignore. Is TechWiz over on YouTube right now? Oh. Cool. Were you commenting over there and I didn't see it? Well, that doesn't mean much. I could have just not seen it. But did you comment anything over there? I want to know if I can see it. I really only stream to YouTube because then I don't have to upload the VOD later. It is purely for laziness. I don't know. Yeah, it mixes up posts pretty often everywhere. I've been meaning to lower my things. Oh, we froze. I knew that was going to happen. Hang on, everything froze. Ooh, USB device is not recognized. Gosh. Okay. Yeah, that's probably true. You got first place. Rude. I mean, it's not really. It's fine. Okay. I should be back now. But it didn't. Why am I not getting the YouTube chat? I see it there. Oh, no, I do see it. Okay. It was just being slow. Okay, it's fine. Relatively speaking. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to figure this out. So I'll probably just go back to USB and leave it on low power. I do, however, so the third Arduino that I bought is for this light panel. This is hard to see, but it is a 64 by 64 matrix. So that's going to be a project for sometime soon. I'm excited. I don't know what, but we'll be doing that. And I'm going to put it back here somewhere. I did not try the red film thing yet. I don't need it on the bus, and I don't know if I need it here. We'll see what the lighting's like when I actually put it in place, but if I need it, I will. But for now, if I take these out, and I take these out, I can plug you two into here. Into the 5-volt. And the ground. Then from there, put this back in correctly. So that is red is power. Doop, 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 doop. Red, red. Red, red. Red. Okay, and then power off the USB. Oh, interesting. So this is a something else problem. Why is that? Is there something problem with this cable? Could this actually just be a cable problem? I mean, it's possible, I suppose. These are both upside down. Yeah, I don't know why. Could be the length of the cables. I don't know. I don't know. What are you painting now, Monkey B? Are you still working on your logo? Your avatar? I thought that was done. Why did YouTube just jump back to the beginning? That's weird. It's weird, YouTube. I think I'm going to call it, y'all. I think that's going to be it. Because, yeah, I'm going to have to figure this out off screen when I can fully think about it. Not sure why. All right. Let's go ahead and find somebody to raid. Find me somebody to raid. Oh, man, I don't see anybody that I really want to. Okay. All right. Anybody see anybody that they might want to raid that we might know? Yeah. I do like Kendrasite. I didn't see him on my list. All right, we're going to raid someone who I know through the Minecraft Creator Program. Their name is Fedran. Playing on the Mindcrack server. Which if you didn't hear, Mindcrack is back, y'all. Which is kind of neat. Let's send that back so it's just on the one screen. That'll make my life a little easier. But yeah, let's do that. Thanks everybody for coming to hang out. I appreciate everyone for being here. Gav Twitch, thank you for the raid. Monkey B, thank you for being first for your 34th time. Yeah. I'm gonna yawn. Maybe I need a nap. Maybe I'll take a nap and then I'll figure this out. We'll see what happens. Nope. All right. I'll see if I can figure this out. In the meantime, thanks everybody for hanging out. Love all your faces. And as always, my name is
Wild West Dan.
Thanks, Monkey B. Bye, TechWiz. Bye, everybody else. Love you, Taffy.